Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of markrushton.com. It is Monday, April 26, 2021. It's been a while since I've made just a regular video that wasn't like a podcast or a Realtor Recon. I've been a little bit busy lately, so that's how it goes, right? So I just kind of want to go over all the plotting and scheming I've done here in the last week and a half, 2 weeks with regard to my art, fine art, and recording art. Because I'm not really a musician. I'm a recording artist. That's kind of how I look at myself anyway. Let's start off with the paintings, because I know some people are familiar with me because of my artwork. And I said I would get back to painting by August. I'm going to think that maybe by May, which is, it's just a few days away. We'll see. And I think I'm going to, as much as I love the synthetic paper, the Tyvek and everything like that, I may do some things on that in acrylic ink, but I would also like to go back to working on watercolor paper, particularly gessoed watercolor paper. And so I'm going to try to maybe perhaps mix it up a little bit on there. And I'm not necessarily, I may use some ink on there, but it may be acrylic paint on gessoed watercolor paper. And they'll be small. They'll be little, 5x7s, 8x10 will probably be the largest ones out there, is what I'm going to be working on. And so it's an idea anyway. Trying to get back into that after the past year. So what else is going on? Well, as you can see here, I have released a new album on Bandcamp. It'll be on the streamers on May 19th. It's called Repair the Web of Time. You can go out to markrushton.bandcamp.com, and I'm very generous with the free listens. Pretty good stuff. It was made in Monta Vista with a couple of my Empress boxes chained together. Really, really interesting sounds. I just love the album. It came together over a couple of weeks, and just, how I am these days. I like to quick release things once I get them edited and figured out and out the door, right? What else? I got an email out of the blue, somebody wanting to use a piece of music in a short dance film. And of course, I'm going to say yes. Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead. And so if you are looking for sync usage or using music in a particular way, again, you can go out to my website, markrushton.com. You can click on music services. There are rates out there. But if you're like an independent sort of producer, or you're just making like just something that goes, you're making it for whatever, non-commercial purposes or not very commercial purposes, I'm pretty open to doing all that sort of stuff, and just, go right ahead. But of course, you got to get permission from me. That's always great to get those out of the blue. I've gotten those over the years, many years. And of course, it's always like, hey, when you're done, send me a link. Love to see it. Love to promote it. That's fine. It's whenever that happens, it's always a big positive. So the internet has not completely shut down, right? What else we got out there? Oh, my podcast. Yeah, maybe I should. Well, the last video here was the creation of that podcast, Ambient Rushton Podcast 178, which is the sort of the recent stuff I've been releasing. I play about a minute or so of it for the most part, and talk about the tracks and everything like that. And of course, link to the Ambient Rushton podcast is in the description, along with the RSS feed. So you can listen to that on your favorite RSS device. I'm also on Spotify, podcasting. You just look up the Ambient Rushton podcast, and well, I'm the only one out there, right? Okay, and what else we got after this? Audio historians. Been doing a lot of audio historian stuff. A beeping elevator here was just released on the streamers today. I've got so many recordings of that elevator, and it's different every single time. It's fascinating, especially when you wear good headphones, not like these. What I would consider to be a good headphone would be something like this, the the Grados. These are kind of my go-to. The SR80E, not bad. I forget how much they are, like $100. They're made in Brooklyn. They're really good. I really should buy a fancier version of that. Well, we'll get to that eventually here. But so yeah, audio historians. It's sort of my field recording moniker that I'm releasing things under now. And Downtown Cedar Rapids is out on Bandcamp right now. You can listen to all this crazy stuff that I've been recording. A lot of this was recorded with John in tow. And John in tow, John Harnish, along with me, he's recording things too on his own, which he will release separately under some moniker to be named in the future. So there's this, and then I've got like a whole, almost another album waiting in the wings. And then I found a treasure trove of stuff from several years back that I just never edited or released in any way, just because the nature of the distributors and the streaming services at the time when I recorded that sort of stuff, it was not easy to get this stuff classified and out there. And people do listen to this sort of stuff if you tailor it in a particular way with a curated playlist and that sort of thing. So there's that. And of course, I love that shot there of the Alliant Energy building in downtown Cedar Rapids. That's pretty good. So I got more stuff coming up now. Along the lines, John has turned me on to disc golfing, which I guess is like the frisbee golf. But I guess maybe you're not supposed to call them frisbees because they're more discs, and there's a whole subculture to that. And so we did a little bit of that this weekend, a couple of times, and that's fun. That's a great way to get out, get some exercise, get some sun, get some rain, and it's a whole world I didn't even know of, right? And John's been at it for many, just like, how long's he been doing disc golfing? Over the 15, 16, 17 years, something like that. And he's got he has a container for I don't know how many he has, 20 or 30 discs. Each one has a different thing to it or something. I'm fine with 3, one would be fine probably. I don't know. I'm still, got the sore arm and everything. But as a byproduct of being out there in wherever you are playing disc golf is the ability to put a microphone somewhere and do field recordings. And so the first place we played on Saturday was right next to this double railroad track. And I put my little Tascam DR05 out there with the furry. Where's the furry? The furry's in the bag. And hit record, and everything just seemed fine. I still had, a third of the battery left or something like that, whatever it was saying on there. And 3 different trains passed by at probably 45 miles an hour, long trains. And then there's a couple of crossings a ways away, so you get the horn sound and everything like that. I thought, God, I got some great stuff, right? Got back. It seemed to still be running. I shut it off and hit and created the track or whatever. And then I did the same thing yesterday, which was more in the country, sort of a woodsy sort of thing. Came back and it was off, so I assumed that maybe the battery ran out. But usually when I've had the battery run out on the Tascam here, it will save the file when it's running out. Neither happened. I got neither of those recordings, which really, really bummed me out. Although we can go back to that first disc golf place, and there's always trains running by. So if you play for an hour and a half, there's a train coming by every half an hour. Come by so often you won't even notice. The old Elwood Blues, So I think what I'm going to do next time. Now I do use good batteries. And these batteries were lasting a long time. And of course, every time I turn it on, it'd be like, oh, it's just on the last, we've got, these are really good batteries, right? Oh, no. No, don't rely on the battery or the battery meter. What you should do is rely on these little things, these little, battery packs. So what you just do is charge them up, and then you secure them to the, they call it bus power or whatever. You secure it to the thing here via USB. It's got a USB cable in it. And it lights up the little blue dots there. I got to charge that one up. No, that's on 3 or 4 or something like that. Anyway, I've recorded these outside at my place, and I mean, these will go for days. The battery will still be good, and the SD card will have run out because there's so much juice in that compared to, even like good Energizer batteries. So I got to remember that next time. I was trying to be all compact and everything like that, and getting this to configure with this can be a bit of a pain, but what are you going to do for art, right? I don't know. So that's good. So John and I can go out and get a little exercise, a little sun, and I can learn a new sport at my advanced age, and get field recordings. That's a twofer, right? Double dipping. What else is going on? We're supposed to get the first payout from the MLC this month. And of course, this month is not over yet. It's got 4 or 5 more days. Well, I guess if you count today, it's the 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Got 5 more days. Slightly under 5 days. And so the MLC, they said they would be kicking out January payments for mechanical royalties in the United States. And I have all that sort of stuff, all my mechanical and publishing royalties worldwide is managed by Songtrust. Link is in the description if you want a referral code, if you want to join Songtrust. And so that's going to be interesting to see how that goes, because I'm not going to see that stuff show up at the MLC. I'm going to see that eventually that is going to be sent to Songtrust. And so I'm going to have to get into that rhythm. Like they do that, they'll send that every month. And how does that update within Songtrust? That's a whole new process. And like how much money am I going to get? And I'm still waiting. I've been with Songtrust now for, I guess it's been about 20 months, 19 months, something like that. And yeah, they got me all the Google Play mechanical and publishing. And I'm still waiting on the worldwide stuff, the foreign, outside the United States. I'm still waiting for all that stuff to roll. And that can take up to 2 years to show up, 2 years and possibly longer. So you just have to be patient. And I'm patient. They've got me money. They've earned their buck. I'll tell you that. And I'm very diligent with adding new titles, which, as you can see, I've got new titles adding all the time. So that's going to be here in the next week. That's going to be, hopefully, that will be in the next week. That should be super exciting. I'm very interested to see that regular income stream start. And what else I got going on in the next week here? I bought a new instrument. It's an instrument that I played many, many years ago. I've been on the lookout for it for a long time. I don't want to say what it is. I don't want to show the pictures from eBay. But I've been in the hunt for one of these for, gosh, I went through my emails. I think it's been more than a decade I've been looking for these. And it's been on and off. It's not like I have a search out there or anything like that. And most of the time when you look out there, there's a tip for this particular instrument. There's 2 types of instruments. Number one, they're the ridiculous high-end $15,000 to $20,000. Oh my God. I guess I need to know how to play this and be in an orchestra or something like that. And then they have the lower end stuff, which was all the things that were thrown out of the pickup truck or right, that is found on the side of the road or dragged through the mud, and it's missing this and it's missing that, and that's cracked and well, it played the last time I played it, right? It's been stored in a hot attic for 30 years. It's been mistreated by junior high school kids in unimaginable ways. So that's what you usually get. And then every now and then there will be something reasonably good show up on eBay. And sometimes it's as an auction. Sometimes it's a buy it now. I got to buy it now. And for me, buying an instrument, I don't know if I've ever bought an instrument on eBay before. This is a bit of a crapshoot. But if you read descriptions and you have sold things on eBay and you understand how to write descriptions and how to make the buyer feel at ease, I felt at ease when I was reading the description of this particular instrument. I know it's not perfect. I've seen the photos, but it's it looks to be in good condition, playable condition, and that's all I really want. What I really want to do with it again is add my little binaural microphones to it. Oh, I still got it in the package here. I opened it up and then I put it back in there. And so what you can do is I can clip my binaural microphones to part of the instrument and run it through my processing boxes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And worst case scenario, if I get tired of it someday, I'm just like, why do I still have this thing around? I could probably sell it for about what I paid for it, as long as it's in playable condition. And of course, you know me, when I get it, I'm gonna shine it up, clean it up, disinfect it. I know how to do that, right? Just because, yeah. So yeah, we've been in a new instrument kick lately. John bought, what did John buy? John bought a flugelhorn. He bought a flugelhorn from India, and it was pretty cheap, and it sounds good. It sounds really, really good. So, and just for messing around, at our advanced age, why not? Why not play around with it? It's not like you're going down to the local music store and spending $3,000 or $4,000 because you have to have something of the fine. No, it doesn't have to be the finest grade. It doesn't have to be, we're having fun. Shouldn't music be fun? Anyway, that's it for today. Yeah, plotting and scheming on Monday, April 26, 2021. I'm Mark Rushton. My website is markrushton.com. And why is this giant thing here? Because it's a good looking photo. We'll talk to you later. See you later.